Thank you.
Missed.
Oh,
Because you're missing.
all right. Well, that's...
Fight with me.
Right. And welcome back to Nat19 Fate Solar Shadow Session 82.
Logan. Thank you.
What? For what?
For the campaign and for everything. Thank you.
We love you. Thank you.
Was this...
We love you when we hate you.
It's true.
This was my interruption.
Was this... Was it a planned
This was
thing, or was that
planned,
just... Ah, fuck you guys! Don't thank me! What are you doing? Fools! You think that's going to save you today?
Maybe. It's definitely not saving you, is it?
We should get everything straight. I'm sure that Miss Phantom will have questions. Looks back toward the other two and looks over toward Diane. David won, right?
I think so.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, we can assume since he isn't here, but
We need to find him.
Do any of you have a way to contact him?
I have some connections left. Not to mention, we could potentially rely on the connections of the former Dial clan. We could do something. And if worse comes to worse, I'll find him myself. We don't have to worry about that, Isla. I'm sure that he's not going to be one that's going to shy away from too much. I'm pretty sure he's just glad to have his sister back. You had mentioned he had a friend. Do you know anything about the one that worked for him? That could potentially help out in trying to find him.
I could cast a spell on one of you to make you a messenger in his dreams, and you could talk to him as long as he's asleep.
There we go. See, Isla, you can invade his dreams. He smiles as he says this.
I hate that this is sad Isla, because happy Isla would fuck with him so much. As long as that's a way to make sure he's okay. Yeah, I guess.
We'll do that tonight.
Nodding. A lot of nodding going on in this car. It's nodding.
We have plenty of information and information gatherers for things, and I had already promised both Miss Fannin and the remainder of the Dial clan to aid them. I'm sure that they wouldn't mind using some resources if we had to find something out about David, if not him. We'll also find some things out about that other war.
Feel like fucking Orla's our best shot for now. It's the only lead we have, like, right? We don't know where anyone else is.
She was your enemy, but I feel like out of all the people that we talked with, she was definitely the most well-connected, and honestly, she'd probably be the best person to take us in right now. Especially since me and Diane are going to be helping her.
I can't believe I'm gonna ask her for help.
I think it shows a lot of growth that you're going to.
If this wasn't to save Ian, I wouldn't ask her. And for anyone else, I wouldn't. I need to get him back.
Lovely weather we're having.
Thanks, Diane.
Is there anything you'd like to do in Biosca, or is your current plan to head straight there?
I think so far we're thinking straight there, right?
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah. It's about the mission right now.
The mission!
Gotta complete the mission.
Complete the mission. Up ahead, you see what you guys saw before. You see a forested area with a path running through it, that just over the tops of some of the trees in the distance, you see a building that you assume to be the mansion, a very large structure. As you move forward, the car sputters to a stop as you guys are moving forward. And you start to notice little flakes of what you can now tell to be like flakes of rusted metal in the air, moving about inside the car. And you take time to notice that there are small holes opening up inside the car. Looking about it, you notice that the car, which sputters and refuses to start up, actually heaves and seems to drop down as if the wheels fall off of it. You all become very aware that the car is rapidly rusting out of existence.
We have to move.
Yeah, we
Out of
gotta
the
get
car.
out of here.
This thing was expensive.
Diane, we have to move.
My fucking car.
I'll buy you a new car. We have to move.
I feel that's wildly in character.
That's so in character. I was waiting for it. Well done, Aaron.
You start to find it hard to breathe within this thing. The mages in the party, Yeah, the people that are capable of using magic, you become aware that this is probably Orla's bounded field. Just as it's getting to the point where you find that you might start to get lost in it, a very large shadow crashes down in front of the lot of you. Two wings from this large shadow bind together, and they seem to wrap around whatever it is that's landed in front of you, which itself is several times larger than the car. Then the wings spread out dramatically, and the bounded field around you seems to part. In front of you guys, you see a very large clockwork dragon sitting in front of the lot of you.
What the fuck? Okay.
Alright.
Miss Phantom
It was cool.
mentioned something to it, or something. We need to keep going.
Yeah.
Right.
Diane, don't look back.
Yeah, don't look at it. Come on.
Carl.
Don't look at it, Diane.
You hear a clanking sound, and you look down to where the scimitar of life-stealing would have been on your body, and you see the handle has fallen away from its scabbard and is laying on the ground. And as you move, you see rust pour out of the scabbard it would have been in.
You've already taken so much. What more are you taking from me?
You're gonna hate this so much, and I'm so sorry.
Oh my god!
You see the amulet that you normally would wear around your neck fall loose.
No!
Falls loose, falls apart, all except for the gemstone that would be in it remains. But unfortunately, the amulet of health
Logan,
is
please.
gone.
No, I'm gonna be a weak bitch. Please don't do this.
Isla, your hit points are reduced to 100. Maximum hit points are reduced to 107.
Oh.
As your constitution,
Oh my god.
as your constitution returns back to where it previously was at 11.
I think you have less than Diane now.
No.
No.
Yormir, your tower shield is gone.
No! No, my AC!
What more are you gonna take from Diane? You take my car. You take my other thing in several moments from now.
Actually, she got... Oh, no, she got...
I don't want to go on without my amulet.
I'm just so naked without it.
We have
I
to
don't
keep
know who
going.
this-
We don't want
This
to sit
also
here.
means I'll be
longer.
worse at sex. I don't want to live anymore.
Oh no.
Hey, freed up an attunement slot. We'll go that way.
I don't
Fuck
know who this.
you, Logan!
I don't know who this Orla person is, but she's buying me a new fucking shield.
Oh my god.
Yormir, I'll get you a new shield. We have to go.
Has to be her, but let's move.
Moving
Damn,
forward.
smile at me.
Moving forward, you guys eventually come to... So exciting, I'll get to use this map briefly for its intended purpose. There we go. You guys come to a very large mansion. It is 2 stories. There appears to be a balcony on the front. It is much larger than her home in Limerick. It almost seems excessively large. As you guys move forward, the large dragon, the clockwork dragon you'd seen before, passes over you and settles on top of the mansion, perching there looking down at the lot of you. You hear a unlocking of a door, and the doors to the mansion swing open. Some of you didn't come back.
Yeah, we plan on fixing that.
A lot has happened. Do you mind if we come in, Miss Fannin?
I assume that the war is over by this point. Yeah, certainly then. Do you need anything? Do you need to be healed? Or do you need to rest? Do you need food?
You owe me an amulet.
We can discuss that. I apologize if it took anything too valuable from you. I didn't realize that you'd be...
I mean, it's not the most valuable thing I lost today.
If I'd known that you'd be on your way, then I could have taken it down entirely for you, but I didn't know when things were going to end or who was going to come back here.
I ran out of those bullets that I used last time, so there was no way for you to know.
Yeah, come on in. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-doo-ba-doo-boo, a boop-boop-doo-doo, revealing some halls. Come inside and relax. We can discuss what you need.
Thank you for your hospitality. Steps in.
Okay. You guys can feel free to move your own tokens around. You guys enter into what looks like a main room. There's a table, several chairs. There's some shelves built into the walls. She snaps her fingers. She snaps her fingers, and a nondescript clockwork soldier comes from around the corridor.
Come on, Yomi.
Some of the clockwork soldiers eventually bring out some drinks, some water. She asks what kind of food you guys want. Says they have a...
Yes.
Nothing, I'm fine.
Can I get a malt, please?
Oh!
She blinks at you. That might be beyond the Clockwork Soldier's ability to make.
Oh, that's no problem.
I mean, I can make one for you if you want.
I've been making a lot of them recently. I thought it'd be nice to have someone make one for me instead, if you don't mind.
Would you all like to relocate upstairs then? There might be a more comfortable place if you're interested in just lounging.
Sean, I think she's hitting on you. I'm kidding.
So tell me the details of what happened at the end. I'm sure that whatever you came here for, I'm sure is related, but even beyond that, I'm just interested in how everything went down at the end. I guess the main thing that we should start with is, did your father win?
I shake my head, no.
We assume that the winner of the war was David.
Assume.
From what we understand, Lancer made his wish and disappeared, and once we settled things with Quantavius, David, we assume, made a wish as he seemed to disappear afterwards.
That accounts for
I
where
don't wanna...
that accounts for where David is. What happened to Ian?
He's not here. That's why we need your help. He's the new cage for Akuma, and he's trapped in the moon cell.
The what?
Yeah, don't. Okay.
Yeah, me
can't.
too,
I
Orla.
can't.
The large
can't do
moon-like
this.
thing that's over top of Giornico.
The moon? That the secondary moon is referred to as the moon cell?
That's what that man twice had said.
Some sort of egg or something.
The space inside the moon, I assume then. That's interesting. So is that then where the actual Grail was?
To our knowledge.
In a different situation, I might have spent the rest of my life trying to study that. If it's working with a moon that's in low orbit, the ability to send up clockwork soldiers that don't much care for the temperature would have been, I think, the best way to go about researching it. It sounds like I'm not going to have time for that if you need my help. Plus, I have some of my own business to attend to. You've helped me a lot, and though I think that I've given back considerably for what you've done for me, if you need help getting Ian back, then the least I can do is hear you out.
I actually really appreciate that.
I feel it only fair to let you know one thing, however. The help we seek involves the Sun War.
According to Twice, that's the only thing strong enough to get Ian back.
May I ask a question that's been on my mind since you got here?
Of
And I
course.
apologize if this is
Shrugs.
off topic. Looks at Yormir. Who are you?
I was like about to go like, "Hi, I'm Yormir. We haven't met." Before you finished your sentence.
She was waiting for the group to maybe offer an explanation for the Dragonborn
You're tired of
executor.
this,
So
man.
she
I'm
just
sorry.
she's like at this point it's like they seem to assume that I'm. Who are you?
My name's Yormir. I've recently come into the company of these people, and I've been helping them out with defeating Quantavius and Akuma and such.
Well,
He was a huge part of it.
He was
It's
invaluable.
amazing.
well, it was very very nice to see other people lending a hand to them. They're good people.
They are.
Oh my god. Orla.
She shakes your hand.
Didn't know you could cry and blush at the same time.
You're right.
I
Well,
I
I
must
have
say
a
I've never
boyfriend, oh my
I've
God.
never seen a dragonborn executor of the church before. I don't suppose you didn't join up with them because you were following up on anything involving a man named Eric, were you?
What?
Why does that name sound familiar?
I see.
Yormir's part of the same group that I'm from.
Yes, I was initially in the area helping the Dial clan, and things went wrong with that dragon known as Berserker, and well, a whole lot of things happened in between then and now.
I see.
I
Sense.
had an alternative other than Asila.
What's that?
I do know
Looks
of
at
one
Jean like fucking what?
I do know of one of the servants in that war who currently does not have a master. She goes by the name of Cybele. When she spoke with me, she said that she didn't have a master in that war, and
Is that her true name?
Knew that she was going to be.
What?
Is that her true name? He just like shuts the fuck up.
If because if you're
yes,
if you're talking about Cybele, then you're talking about a divine spirit.
Yep.
The goddess Cybele should not be able to manifest normally.
Looks up into the sky.
Oh, he's lying. Wait, did David ever tell me? Did David ever tell me that
You
that was
might-
his hell, or does only David know?
Only David
David
knows, I'm
knows.
pretty sure. If you were to make
I'm
it...
just like
damn it!
staring at the sky, sweat going down my face.
Bullshit! Oh,
I find
God
it,
damn it.
I find it hard to believe that Cybele would have manifested as a heroic spirit. Well, as a
I find
servant.
it hard to believe that Aphrodite would have too.
Oh, certainly.
Can
I was
insight
about to get
him?
into that.
Can I insight him?
Certainly, go ahead.
Can I
John,
fail
roll
my
this.
deception check?
Yes, go ahead and fail your deception check.
Because I feel he's being very comic with like
Yes,
how
you
he's-
succeed. He's lying.
He's lying. What are you doing?
What? What do you mean?
You're lying. I can tell you're lying.
How can you tell?
You're
Fuck.
being so cagey.
It's pretty obvious.
Okay, so she's not. I know.
Yeah, you're not gonna lie.
But I know who she is, but she told me, and I feel uncomfortable telling other people.
So you thought that it would be prudent to bring her up and suggest making a contract with her, but valued the secrecy regarding who she was.
I feel as if who
For-
she is.
Furthermore, if you support Isla going into the other war, you were going to withhold information on someone who'd be one of her enemies from her.
That's actually something I was gonna bring up later.
Isla, you,
I'm not going to the next war.
I didn't expect you to.
It's
It's
kind
too
of like look
dangerous.
over
I don't.
Isla.
I don't expect any of you to. And I couldn't ask you to.
I'm really sorry, Isla. I already told the Dial Clan I would help them get used to this world, and when it comes to people like Julius, I know what people like that are capable of, and I'm no match. I would only get in your way. I've only gotten in your way several times when it's come to magic, and against somebody who's as strong as that, I don't want to be a liability to you or anyone else.
Sean, you're never a liability. Come on. But
Isla, I am completely confident that if there was ever a point where this Julian captured me or pretended like he's going to kill me or anything like that, I am completely sure that you would do what's in your and Ian's best interest. I just don't want to have you go through something like that.
it's also in your best interests. From what I understand, you're trying to retire. If you make an enemy of Julian Garrick Galanis, the Mages Association will never let you go.
He's just scratching his cheek like, Miss Fannin, couldn't we have kept it with the cool thing that I said?
oh, I was doing a beautiful thing with my friend. God
He's
damn
just
it.
like, I didn't want to let them know that I was scared.
Oh, the boy.
Julian is a difficult person, but he has made several major contributions to modern magecraft. If you make an enemy of him, you make an enemy of all those who claim to uphold the values of Clock Tower.
The other war.
I can't imagine you have anything to gain there either, do you, Diane?
Ooh.
You think on that.
I'm Diane!
I don't really have anything to do with it, no. And frankly, this has been more than I think I can take again.
And then Yormir, you're the only one that's uncertain then. Do you plan to return to the Dial Clan or to your own church after this?
Well, the Dial Clan is scattered right now. It'd be good to know what happened to the other incinerators as well, but the church does need to know about Iscariot.
Indeed. What?
That does bring something up. Oh,
What?
What?
right, we haven't mentioned that.
Yeah, that's
She stands. About what? About as in the spear.
twice mentioned that that's who he really was. That he was Iscariot, that he was the Lance of Longinus. Or, I inferred as much from what he told me.
And the same twice that is the architect of the Grail that set up the ritual.
Yeah.
Why? When you found out, did you find out why?
Well, no.
If he's acquired a real body, he might have used mana from the Grail ritual to create it. Because previously the spear Iscariot was only able to function properly by possessing the bodies of those that tried to use it. If it has its own body...
It's bread!
The bread!
It's bread!
Oh, suddenly my voice is gonna change.
Bread! So, Bread, they're at Orla's in the middle of a long conversation about the state of things and Iscariot.
My car.
Yeah.
My car.
Oh no!
Carrie! Yeah, Brad? Hi! Hi, I miss you! I miss you! Oh, I'm a little less sad now. I know, right? Let's make it a little bit.
Also, just gonna say,
Well, the fact of the matter, Isla, is that trying to kill Julian Garrett Galanis is suicide for one's career, likely puts a target on your back for the rest of your life, and there are police coming right now to get us.
Are coming. Oh my
They
God,
heard us talking about this.
Shit! Man, they were
Did you know
fast.
did you know it is illegal to say, I'm going to assassinate Julian Garrett Galanis?
Yeah, Galanis.
It is not illegal to say that it is illegal to say, I am going to assassinate Julian Garrett Galanis, but it is illegal to say it, but I can tell you that it is... Anyways, so it would be the worst idea for anyone to try to kill him.
Well,
So if you need my assistance, I am absolutely willing to lend it.
I need to win this war, so any other suggestions or plans? Like, gestures to the table? What do we got?
You'd need a servant.
Great job, guys. So we're giving up on the finding Morgan plan?
I'm just giving you options.
Yeah.
How would you go about finding Morgan?
I have no idea. That's why I'm asking you guys. So that's out.
You're going into a shitstorm.
Think I don't know that bitch?
Holy cow.
I mean, like, Diane, what else am I supposed to do? Just leave?
I'm
Kneel in
not
the fucking
saying that
moon?
at all. No! I'm
Sorry.
saying, like...
I'm upset and I snapped at you. I'm sorry, okay?
You are entirely valid, and I'm here to say that I'm here for you. Isla, I can do what you asked the second time with David. Are you sure you want to? I mean, obviously, I understand your concern.
I need to know that he's okay. And preferably where he is. Yeah.
Still fearless.
I can't, like, die, right? Like, trying to go into fucking
No,
David.
you
If
cast
you
it on
die
David?
in the dream, you die in real life.
So,
Okay.
and if you do David in the dream, just know that the entire time Diana's touching you, so when you wake up, you have to make fun of her for it.
Oh, what a good
I
time.
should have cast the spell, not for 8 hours.
Damn it!
She's like sitting there, like hand on Isla, and then she goes, "Fuck this bitch."
Yo,
It's like
fuck
hour
this.
6. Isla's like all red in the face. Are you being? You know what?
Looks at her shirt. You are!
Diane will take one of Isla's hands and both of hers.
Maybe wait until out, you know.
What?
Yeah. Do you want to say goodbye first? Or,
I was gonna.
Well,
then it sounds like you should have been there to say so instead of breaking off from them and
I'm
saying
just
that you were
saying,
immediately
like,
leaving.
You know, fucking whatever. It's fine. I'll just wake you up if you're asleep.
Just punch her in the face.
Because I was gonna ask you if fucking you wanted to, in honor of Ian, have a drinking contest, but
Oh, I hate that Izzy's in the
Probably.
bathroom while you guys are saying this.
because I can heal us both afterwards, so fuck it.
He would look to it. He would smile. No thanks.
Sure, I can heal us afterwards.
I think that Ian right now is still fighting. There's no reason. We'll have one whenever we'll have one when he comes back.
He'll kick our ass when he comes back.
Sure.
You fucking Izzy. You just hear the moon weeping.
I'll have him start making his way down here just because they're gonna immediately go into the dream thing, so I should probably hurry with my thing.
Yeah.
She's like, don't you dare fuck David in this dream. I'm not hanging out for hours while you do
Yeah.
this.
This is like, hi, how you doing? Just, 8 hours. I'm not about it. And all she's just like,
You don't have to maintain contact.
what do I just like poke her and then walk away?
You spend a minute casting it. You spend a minute casting it, and then you can walk away and go to sleep.
Yeah, but she's gotta have someone to babysit her. She's
No,
like,
she doesn't.
No!
If you're like being
DMs are on your case.
if your case is being like fucking I'm not standing here for 8 hours, and if she's like then don't, that seems like the end of the issue.
well, just know that your legs are gonna fall asleep.
No, they're not.
That's fair.
She will be asleep.
Looks back to Yormir, like, I think we're gonna head out sooner than we thought.
Oh.
Really?
I don't like the idea of leaving everybody, well, not knowing about what happened. I think the best thing for the incinerators and for the Dial clan is to get out of this place. I think we'll make our way to Limerick and meet you guys there.
Okay.
Limerick then.
It's been a day.
I was really thinking about going with you, you know.
I couldn't ask you to.
I didn't want to leave you alone. Well, earlier, when we were attacked by that rust, I saw that you weren't alone.
Yeah.
If there's anybody out there who would be much more beneficial than me to help you save Ian, it's her.
It's so weird that you're right.
Thank you for threatening to kill me.
Thank you for not running away when I threatened to kill you. A lot of people do.
Makes way over toward Diane. You sure I can hold on to this?
If I don't say goodbye, you can't leave.
You're right.
That's how it works.
I'm just looking back and forth between them, like smirking.
No, I mean, if you're in a tricky situation, it'll do you some good. Unless a servant's standing on you, then you're kind of screwed. But
Speaking of a tricky situation, I noticed when we were fighting. Hold on to this for me until you get to Limerick, okay? He hands her his revolver.
it's been a while since I carried one of these. Never really used one. I can hold on to it if it gives you peace of mind.
You two take care of yourselves.
You too.
Hugs Jean.
Ah.
Ridiculously tight. It's like, you shouldn't have given me these gauntlets, man.
Oh god! Oh, shit!
You know when someone's like politely waiting for their hug?
Yo,
It's
yeah. You mean like us at every convention when we have a fucking line? Yeah. Lets him go. Turns to Yormir.
Yormir will walk up to Isla. He's gonna do something. He's gonna cast a spell into his ring.
Oh.
He's gonna cast a shield spell into his ring.
And
And he's
throw
gonna
it
hand
into
it
the
to
forest.
Isla.
What are you doing?
And then he throws it off the balcony. If you find it, you pass.
Isla, with my respect.
Isla, would you marry me?
This is awkward, Yormir. I'm about to go into a dream. I mean,
You promised you wouldn't do that.
If you're gonna go into this other war, I want you to have this. It has a few spells in there. You can store up to. You can store a few spells in there. Right now, you can protect yourself a little better a couple times and revive one person from the dead.
2 shields and revivify are in there.
holy shit.
Yeah, you'll probably need it more than I will.
If we're really in the mood of giving people things, I mean, I never used this on our journeys. It's served me well in other adventures.
Everyone's just throwing stuff at me. I'm like,
Guys, I've run out of attunement stops. A fucking slot. Stop it. Stop.
She lost her fucking necklace thing, so that's why I was like, I'll give her this.
I mean,
Also, Diane, you're not leaving yet.
You're not leaving yet. Yeah, me and you can have our own goodbye later. Don't worry.
It's for okay.
Oh, is it for Sean? You can give it to Sean? Do it.
No, I can give it to you. Sean's always climbing things, and I think this thing would help.
Dude, if you want to give something to Sean, do it. You don't gotta give all your shit to me.
He's not going to a war, though.
Yeah, but you still love him, and you're allowed to do stuff.
So, Brad, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm giving it to Jean because that was the original intention. She pulls out this pretty normal-looking rope. This is a rope that's been in my arsenal for a bit of time, but I figured with my days of adventure over, for the most part, you could probably use it better. There's a great fix when you need to be in a tangle. The code word for it, well, the word for it is strawberry.
That's fucking adorable.
As soon as you say that, it wraps around me.
Yeah. Wait, wouldn't it activate? Semantically, Logan, that sounds like what would happen. Now you really
save
can't.
you, Sean.
Help!
Let's
walk out.
5 last words later.
I swear to God.
Right?
We're done. We're done. We're done.
I said I'm walking out. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
walking
done.
out.
These are important boys, okay?
I would enjoy it if like
They're
between
goodbyes. That mean we're
between
not.
every sentence I want like big fucking sad music to like fade out, and then every time someone starts talking it just booms up again. As you guys leave, you guys will be over the door, the people on the balcony. The balcony is above the main door area, so you would see them walking away off towards the car. As you do, you hear a huge upheaval off behind you, and the dragon that had been perched on top of the mansion takes off and seems to see them off, walking with them to where the car is.
Thumbs up.
Waves.
Yay.
While admiring the dragon.
Yo, right? It's the dragon!
Big old
Go on,
clockwork
Logan,
dragon.
sorry.
What I was doing.
Goodbye, everybody!
You take Isla's hand as you had described before, taking one of her hands in both of yours. For the sake of, you know, not being weird about this, we'll assume David is sleeping at this hour.
Sure.
Like 1 a.m.
It's like 3,
2,
we'll
possibly
say it's
3
3
now,
by this
yeah.
point in the morning. You are where you are. David, while you're dreaming, Isla glitters in like a serpent.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Like, she's just so freaking happy to see you.
I didn't know I summoned the bitch 7.
Yo, right? So, I know that you were already dreaming about me, but I want you to know that this is actually me. Like, I'm projecting myself into your dreams.
So you said I shouldn't lie anymore, so I'm not gonna say that I was dreaming about you now.
I figured that you weren't. I was just joking.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi. What was... I'm not dreaming this right now. Like, I'm not just having, like, a weird dream.
No, this is real. Diane's doing a weird thing so that I can check up on you, and are you okay? Like, where are you? What happened?
I'm fine now. I don't know where I am.
You're in the French
What?
countryside. You're in the French countryside.
Oh. I'm in the French countryside. Cool.
Your sister's okay. She's been sleeping. She's recovering from a lifetime of being sick.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I didn't foresee dreams, so I didn't preload you with this information. So this is my discreet way. I
have my boy.
I don't think that they've noticed. Like, I knew this. I just forgot to tell you. I don't think they noticed that we're bad. I think we're doing this seamlessly, though. Go ahead.
Well, I'm in the French countryside. I was teleported there after I made my wish. My sister's a bit tired. She's recovering still from from being sick, but she's no longer sick anymore. So.
Did you heal her, or like what happened with that?
Not me specifically. I don't have any of my powers anymore. So.
What?
Yeah.
This meeting was
The contract was fulfilled. I don't have any. I'm not getting any power from Type Luna, but in completing the contract, Type Luna healed my sister.
Just smiles and like that's great. I'm so happy for you.
And I'm really happy for you and Ian. I hope I helped.
knew you were gonna fucking.
Suddenly, the sky in your dream turns red. You hear thunder.
Yeah.
Is it?
About that.
What?
What did you
What?
wish for?
I wished for, I guess a new body to entrap Akuma. I thought it would just give Quantavius a new body, and he'd still be trapped in there.
Yeah. It didn't do that.
What? What did it do?
It took Ian.
It took Ian?
He's the new cage for Akuma. And according to Twice, who was just there when me, Diane, Yormir, and Jean, according to Twice, the only thing strong enough to completely destroy Akuma would be the Sun Grill War.
The sun? What?
Yeah, the fucking Sun Song War thing, the other war. That.
Do I know about the other war?
I think we all
Yes, you do. It's been.
Yeah.
He was brought up
We've
multiple
seen several
times.
servants from
do.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
several servants from it,
Right,
so we
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Never mind.
we do. Yeah.
And your plan is to go to the Sun Wall then? Do you know how much danger we were in during that entire war?
Yeah. What else am I supposed to do? Not fight in a war to save my sibling, David?
I guess I can't judge you on that. I gotta say, I'd prefer you stay safe. I'd like you to, stay safe with me, with my sister.
I really
Could be.
wanted that too.
Could be happy. Was Ian taken, against his will?
No. He volunteered, I guess, so that it didn't happen to me.
I guess, well, I don't really know. He was trying to save you, then shouldn't you stay safe for him?
David, I've never done anything without him. I don't know how to do anything without him. I need him. I need to get him back.
He'll approach and attempt to hug Isla.
Oh, you can hug her. She needs
shut up.
it.
I understand if you do need to go, but personally, I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you stay safe. But I understand better than anyone probably. I understand that you probably have to do this. Assuming you're not in a rush or anything, maybe you could go swing by. Could meet my sister.
I'd really like that. So, and you're gonna laugh at this.
Mm-hmm.
So, the only lead I had to even get into the war, because according to Twice, all of the servants are summoned, and the masters and all that stuff, that's all happening. So the only lead that I had was Orla, and the fact that she wanted to kill Julian, so my plan was to kill Julian and take his servant. Since talking to Orla, I found out that's a bad plan. Right now, we're with Orla, and I think she's willing to help me with this. And she's gonna train me in learning magic and stuff. Yeah, and the plan is to go to Limerick. So I don't know if you guys would want to come there, or if we'd be able to stop by and see you before going. But
Well, I mean, I don't imagine Elizabeth's gonna be up and walking for a little bit, but
Jesus.
You fucking monster.
Throw on some crutches and get her over here, fucking really bitch.
Take her
God.
to Limerick. Orla can make her robot legs or something.
Hell yeah.
once she's fully recovered, I think we can make our way over. I'm sure we'll figure out something. Maybe.
Something's happening where I am.
Oh yeah.
With Orla and Diane. Something getting through Orla's bonded field.
Oh. I should
Yeah,
probably take a look at that then.
I don't want to go.
Me neither. Seems you're needed elsewhere. He'll bring you in for a kiss.
Mm.
It's I'll talk to you later.
She, like, nods. I love you.
Love you too.
Do either of you have the ability to teleport or move through space?
Looks at Diane.
Yep, that's my thing. Let's do it.
So we're bailing? That's okay.
That's whatever this is. This is if this is another mage doing something, they're very powerful. And if it's a servant, then
They're very powerful.
they're very powerful.
Whatever
I'm
this is,
picking
it's
up-
very powerful.
This
I'm
is
picking
powerful. We gotta go.
I cast teleport.
To where?
Away.
David's in the French countryside. I'm just saying.
I don't know we're safe.
As you go to try to cast it, it flashes, and you guys do not move.
Fuck off.
Shit.
Diane, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, you're exhausted, by the way.
Oh yeah.
You can't tell what it was, but something interfered.
I don't know. What something must have interfered with it. Could have been counterspell
shit.
for all I know.
You guys hear a voice chirp up behind you. You see this girl
I hate
standing.
how fine she is.
Is effectively in that position, tapping her foot, like the tip of one of her feet on the top of the statue. One of her hands is behind her hair, brushing through it, looking down at you guys with what appears to be unwarranted contempt.
God, I love her hair.
I fucking know.
Go ahead and keep trying to get out of here. Burn all of your magical energy away. We've got time.
What do you want?
Well, that's a calm reaction for someone who's about to die.
I'm fucking tired, dude. Like,
Isla, you have to make it to the next war.
I know.
A
but
little
I'm
birdie
tired
tells
of
us
this
that you plan to go to the next war.
What? No.
shit. Ridiculous. That bird's a liar.
People like you can only get in by a technicality, and you're not worth going to the Sun War. Didn't anybody ever teach you to mind your own business?
Yeah, they taught me, but I'm not good at it. So.
Well, good thing I take pleasure in showing bitches like you what's what. And she is going to... She leaps...
Shit!
Diane!
Do it. Oh my god.
Diane's undeniable tango! Fuck you!
Funny enough, as you go to cast it, you find this like cold feeling washes over you, then gets replaced with a instantaneous sensation of burning, as if when you try to cast that spell, the magical energy you try to use just became fire for a second in your nerves. You see, sitting at one of the tables that are outside, seems to shimmer in the same way that a servant does, sitting rather eloquently, one leg crossed over the other, one arm outstretched towards you.
There are so many fine ass ladies.
I'm
hanging out on
not!
this
Magic's what I do! What am I gonna do? This
This
is where
wonderful
Diane
lady.
dies.
One of
We
her
thought we
eyes
got-
is closed, the other is slightly open, her hand raised up towards you. It was counterspell. You won't be teleporting away, but you are free to jump.
I like that Logan let me think that I got out of this campaign alive.
You're right.
And now you can kill us.
This is where we die.
I said I would see Jean again, you jerks!
You know what this is? This is the goddamn patriarchy. That's what this is. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
All these women coming to kill me is the goddamn patriarchy.
It's a really nice cape. I'm glad that my friend Diane gave me this cape. I can't wait to thank her for it whenever I see her again.
Oh!
And I'm sure you will.
Ah, crank up those tunes, Yormir.
Seems offensive if they're all
Bobby's
girls and I
covered
say
in them.
bitches.
Bitches.
bitch.
Bitches.
I understand based on your blood. You rather like the taste of fire, correct?
I don't know what you're talking about. Has fire sword in it.
Then here, drink your fill of it. And she's gonna fireball the group of you. Island Nat 20s!
Fuck you, bitch! I've had a bad day!
We have no reason to let you live, but if you got down on your knees and begged, we may let you go. We only need to clean up the Masters of the Moon War. You're incidental, aren't you?
Deep enough in it now.
I respect your wish to die.
Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back
They
in.
pull me back in.
I'm so fucked. That was like half of my health. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna die. We're gonna die, bitch.
So before
That's what's
that,
gonna happen.
you see the tree suddenly lift up, a full tree being carried by a young girl with blonde hair, and she hurls it towards the balcony.
Dormir and fucking John, y'all just had to leave, right? God!
I mean, what the fuck would I have done here?
she's going to treat this as if she's just making a normal attack against the
Taking
group
some
of you.
attacks from me so that I can go to the
Diane, you managed to dodge to the side. This doesn't hit you. Part of the balcony's blasted away. You guys take 24 damage each. Run! And she's gonna dart back into the house. You hear a voice in the back of your head just preaching. You are special, are you not? When possessing the blood of a demon who has escaped their chains. Do you need a chance? Do you need power? And then you snap out of it before you can respond. The situation reasserts itself. Yo, Diane, what up?
I'm gonna run. Because Orla made a good argument.
She made a convincing point when she yelled run.
We have been sealed. Further assistance can't be summoned. You're special. Would you become a tool if it suited your needs?
And she puts her hand out, and then puts her hand up to the sky, and she turns over towards Kanya. Dear, could you please handle her? I'm going to make sure that nobody interferes. To which Kanya turns her nose up at Venandi and lets out a, sure, I would have done that anyways, not because you're telling me to.
Oh,
She puts her
God.
hand up to the sky.
Wow.
You see the sky open up, and you see 4 meteors come out of it and slam into the area, igniting the forest surrounding Orla's mansion.
I gotta get out of here, man.
You see Kanya break in through the wall out of the debris. I'm afraid I can't let you get away. Could you do me a favor and stay still while I gouge out your throat? And she is going to go for 2 attacks on you. She goes,
Seems nice.
She's gonna hit because my fucking AC's down because you took away my amulet!
do you
That got
think
destroyed.
do you think that 29 would have missed if you had the amulet?
No.
Fine, I was gonna attempt to cutting words, but knowing me, I don't
Cutting
have
word
anything
cutting words is a
mean,
reaction,
so-
not an action.
That's fair.
Fine.
I don't know what I would say to be mean to her, except for like,
She's fucking firing shit at us. Like, damn.
Yeah, well, you're fat.
yeah.
Hey,
You're right.
a bitch.
Hey.
Yeah, like,
You a bitch.
I don't know why, like, scathing things say.
Don't even worry about that. Don't just.
Is that your natural hair color? Fucking, I don't know, you're serving at Munchkin.
Fucking got him!
As you rush away
God.
from her, you cutting words her. She cuts it off as you go by. Whatever you try to say to her, she slashes you across the back. She turns over towards you, seemingly immediately forgetting Isla's even there. What did you just try to say to me?
I know this is a terrible time, but I'll be right back.
Then
She's
she,
yelling from really far away. Fuck you, bitch!
then she would have arrived just in time to see a man coming up the stairs. We'll explain that. You guys don't know his real name. He's Spooky
I'm
Grandpa.
back.
So, we assumed that you dashed, because that's what your goals seem to be with cutting words.
Yeah, I
And-
was like, it would not be worth saying.
We moved you as far as we could. You see down the hallway to the stairway, you see coming up the
Yeah,
stairs.
there you go.
What the fuck, Logan?
You can do it.
You
I
see
believe
this
in
boy
way
Diane.
to
coming
go.
up the stairs.
You are not who I'm here for.
Spooky Grandpa. Spooky Grandpa starts walking in your direction, Diane.
Asimar, do you stand with the 2 masters that are here?
Jesus Christ! But Diane loves Isla. Doesn't want her to die. I don't want to so hot.
She's
I don't want to share with him.
I don't want it. She's so hot. I don't want it.
No.
Nice.
And he keeps walking forward.
Then stand aside. We can only create those guardians that protect mankind from inside. Will you take up that mantle, girl of demon blood, for the good of mankind?
And one of its hands comes up and reaches out towards you, and then flips its palm over as if it's offering its hand to you.
I am Alaya, the spirit of mankind's survival. Join me.
She's gonna take his hand.
As you reach
Dude,
out to take it,
normally she fucking wouldn't, but it's like, they're stronger than me, and I could die, and I need to live to save Ian, so even if this turns out to be evil,
As-
who gives a fuck?
as you reach out, to take it, and you come very close to putting your hand into its hand. You hear a very sharp gasp. The other two move away immediately, jumping back from their current positions. You can opportunity attack one of them if you want to.
I'm like, do I want to? But fucking this green-haired bitch, man. Like, fuck this bitch.
You see magical energy begin to build up in the space where the avatar of Alaya was standing. It seems to disappear the moment this happens. Just, again, you blink, and it is gone. And you see, you can go for an opportunity attack, but you see magic begin to build in the space between the two of you, between the three of you. You go for an attack again. Which one were you attacking? You went for Kanya. She had her back to you. As this attack, she turns, she gasps, she jumps back as this magic seems to begin building up. You take the Spark of Trickery and try to thrust it forward. She puts her foot up, and as she's moving back, puts her bare foot on the top of it, presses it down into the ground, and jumps back off of it, having just teleported in.
Not a bad attack.
Fuck off, Tika! No!
Although,
No fucking way! Tico!
although it could have used some work.
Oh, you beautiful boy! Shut the fuck! Oh my god!
Oh, as they see you, Kanya just spits out, "Oh, it's you! Done running like a little bitch, are you, Elijah?" And Venandi, just very calmly, "So you saved us the trouble and came to us. Why?"
You're Isla McCracken, correct? You're gonna need a lot of work if you're losing to people like such as these.
You right?
But I can see potential. Let's get rid of what lies before us first, shall we?
Yeah, I don't like that one. Points at the green haired.
Go ahead and take a turn if you want,
son.
Elijah.
Oh my god. I cannot fuck. I
need.
How can you not believe this? This is
Par for the course.
This is par for the course.
Oh god damn!
Oh my god.
He rushes forward and he strikes her. But as you strike her, she brings her arms up, seemingly thinking like this isn't going to be a big deal. She tries to catch the staff with one hand. As it hits the hand and pushes against it, she brings her other hand up immediately and clasps her arm. It pushes her down, the ground under her feet cracks slightly. She gives out a "Oh, you're strong for a human!"
As you can see, her cockiness makes her have an opening. You can try to exploit that by doing this.
You take your fist back, you strike it at her, she puts her, she casts aside the staff, like moves it to the side. As you try to punch her, she brings her hand up, smacks your fist to the side. Although the strike, Isla, you tell, was a very good physical attack. This man is very fit. "Don't lecture me about openings, old man." Yeah, Orla just calls out, "I'm not sure who you are, but your help is greatly appreciated. I don't think you know what you're getting into, though. These aren't normal mages."
Neither am I, my dear.
What? What? I don't like what just appeared on the combat tracker. What? Oh god! Oh god! We're fucking dead!
So, Spencer,
Can I catch
man.
could you go ahead and claim your character real quick?
Yeah.
You see the form of a massive green dragon with a young girl riding on top of it, wearing a Chinese outfit, carrying what looks like a quarterstaff, rising up above the trees.
It's about time she showed up.
Woo! Hello! Fuck you, that's my move. Fuck you. What do you think you're goddamn doing?
As you yell
feel like I
hello,
know who
Chloe
this
on the
is.
ground looking up towards you as you like fly up. She seems to get a big smile on her face like, "Hi!
Oh my god.
Are you gonna try to kill me?
I'll certainly try.
Cool!" She again smiles and gets down into like a leaping position as if she is elated at the opportunity to fight you.
Oh, I'm fucked. Oh dear.
Spencer, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Stealing your move.
I can't believe we're not best friends.
There's no
anymore.
art for this girl just yet. Apologies for that.
Unfortunate.
All right, here I come.
As you go for this attack, you bring down the quarterstaff on her. She ducks to the side and tries to slam it into the ground, but you have another attack, so I won't get too ahead of myself. Also, I'm going to go ahead and go on to the other sheet here. I'm just going to mark off a use of the thing, but I'm going to do it in a way that won't cause anything. Bam, done. All right, so you strike her, you deal damage. She takes it pretty well, but as you hit it, like the nearby trees and mist seem to part slightly, noting that you are within the mist down there.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be bothering you terribly, though. What will you do, dragon?
There we go. All right.
Why are you also a dragon?
Because Spencer's
How about you don't worry about it?
Don't worry. I'm the rider servant, you see.
But it says you're a wild lancer. I don't understand.
What do you have planned here, Elijah? Why did you come here to begin with?
I came to collect some associates. I think that you'll find it very hard to deviate me. You should have your master collect himself and leave. I'm done running, you see. It's time for you two.
We'll see, Elijah. She puts her hand up, and she's gonna cast Disintegrate on you.
Oh shit!
And on Isla. As you use that, she puts her hand up, both of her hands up towards the both of you. You put your hand out and stop her. As magical force energy erupts from her hands, you cause it to gather together into a small sphere and just harmlessly blip out of existence. To which she smiles.
That's fine. You said I couldn't remove you.
And she is going to walk towards you and put her hand on you, and I need you to make a wisdom save! Bonus action. Poof. You were right! She tries to
I'm really good at those.
she tries to teleport you away with no success. You hear coming from down the hall just a loud Elijah! Where are you run? Actually, servant. You see walking out of the wall.
I was hoping you didn't remember that.
You see him walking through the wall.
Elijah, we finally meet face to face. Explain yourself briefly. These eyes see the death of all things, and you seem beyond them. So explain.
I'm just here for some of my associates. I believe you were Lancer?
Lancer, do not count me as part of the rabble. Do you mean to say you've been fleeing without realizing from what you run?
To be honest, fleeing from you was just a side effect of something else.
He starts taking heavy steps towards you, but very slowly.
You run as if you know my nature, yet we've never met.
I have no grievances with you. I'm just here for my associates. You know I'm not part of whatever it is you're doing.
And that is precisely the problem. Twice has drawn a conclusion about you, and if he's even remotely correct, you cannot be allowed to live. You commented on my class. So burn this into your mind. I am authority.
As you go to fight him, you start exchanging blows with him, and you do manage to deflect quite a few of them. He has one more. Here he goes. Hit.
Oh, jeez.
A problem.
Yep. Your haste is gone. Your next turn is going to be, right.
Oh.
You're right. Oh, I forgot. You're Hadrick's wet dream. I forgot about that. So haste is gone, but you're fine. He unleashes a series of attacks on you that reduce you to pretty close to dead. As you fall to your knees, he levels the glaive with your head.
I can't see your death, Elijah. But that doesn't mean I can't bring it to you. One last chance to tell me why you're here.
If you can't see my death, then this is not where I die.
Like,
Son, I could use some help.
oh.
You wouldn't happen to be the brother that could heal things, would you? You don't look like the brother.
Ow!
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Wow. Isla just stabs herself with the flame sword. Oh.
Fucking just puts the flaming sword on her arm. Nope, still not as much of a burn.
Yep, nope, he got me.
Yo, dragon.
Yeah, man.
You get up.
Inside head, I could use some backup.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Hold on.
The dragon says that with that voice.
Yeah.
Send a few over.
I fly up to the over there.
You will leave the
Fire.
attack range of Chloe. You start to fly up towards her. She hits you, and you're good. Big old dragon shows up.
Do we want to just focus on escape, Master?
Yes, get the two of them out.
Ha! Big old dragon!
I will reach out my arms.
Come with me if you want to live.
Get them both.
So I'm trapped.
The second time today she's got to ride a dragon.
Both. We don't want to leave either of them behind. Get them both. We don't want to leave either of them behind.
This is fine.
When you say both, which ones do you mean?
Diane,
I
what's up?
don't see any of this. What
You're,
the fuck?
you're right.
You can. If she can't hear that dragon, then she just can't hear.
I feel like I do. I'm gonna come running to my movement and see Elijah, I guess. You! You're asking me for how? Isn't there? He's looking for you!
Pay it forward.
Turn to her.
Hi!
The assist I gave you. Pay it forward.
Yeah. Huh? I don't want to die! And
I
this
don't
guy
either.
This guy looks like he's got a sick ride.
I would
can't-
like to not as well.
Oh.
We have so much in common.
I mean, what's happening here?
We're face to face with danger, and it's strange. You don't even know how to heal.
Let's do this.
You
in
don't
6
even know how to feel. I'm a dragon!
I don't know you, but I don't want to talk.
Good. That's a good outlook to have.
I'm not even in this war. I don't want
Heal
to be
him! Do it!
Help. Help.
Help.
Isla,
Yes.
you hear something, a swoosh in from above you, coming in through the ceiling. And a bit down the hallway, in front of Orla, you see one Miss Sun Archer.
A girl!
About time, Archer.
I had to get over what your friend was doing. Sorry. She
What is
aims.
happening?
She conjures up her bow, puts it on the ground, pulls out an arrow, and a lot like she did when she fired a Noble Phantasm at Alquam, pulls it back, surrounds an arrow with glowing cloth with like all these Japanese names written on it, and aims it towards the wall of force. I think you bet.
Archer.
Hello, son. Authority, right?
That's correct.
Is your fucking name Sun in the Sun War?
Yeah.
Spencer!
At this point, everything somewhat slows to a stop. Authority puts his hand up to the girls.
Do you intend to unleash that within range of all of your allies? I'm fully capable of what it can do. It is not like you to betray those allied to you, Tomoe.
You have to deal with 2 servants that you can't handle right now, and too many anomalies. Why don't you back down?
I can't. My orders are to clean up the remains of the other war.
So then if these people are part of the war,
A smile goes across Elijah's face.
Authority turns his head slowly over towards Elijah. Is your game that you will interfere with the Sun War?
What do you think, Lancer?
I already told. Oh, wait, you're talking to. Right.
What?
What are you talking to?
He called me
What?
Lance earlier, and he's been calling them Sun.
I mean, no, I'm Ryder.
I swear to God, you guys!
Lance. Okay. Authority turns towards the dragon.
Then that is your class, is it?
No, I'm a dragon.
I'm a dragon class.
I like Spencer's new character.
Same, I hate it.
My stance stays as it always was, Authority. I'm not part of your little war, remember?
But you will interfere with it.
As of right now, I could be working with a master. But that's not against the rules, is it?
I was not ordered to clean you up at the moment. And it is true there are a great number of variables here. Tomoe,
Authority.
if you are here, I assume you have lost your standing in the war.
How did you... He turns back again to Elijah, walks to the other side of the force wall.
How did you foresee this exactly?
I'm always one step ahead.
Is that it? Or maybe you
I am
just started at the end.
As the world's, this age's, and any other greatest mage, is that truly something that would be out of my capabilities?
Intriguing. Isla McCracken,
Yeah?
I will take it upon myself to make a judgment call. If you wish to enter the Sun War, do so. But know that you will see me again. And next time my interest in this man will not save you. That said, twice will build a mundane world.
He walks back over towards you. Standing just on the other side of the force wall, he looms quite tall over you, looking down at you. You feel sick being this close to him.
Twice wants to build a world where everyone can die a mundane death and live a mundane life. Is that not what you want?
Not mundane, no.
A world where perhaps anyone could be free from the chains that bind their afterlife. A world that perhaps a certain young man could return to without fear.
What are you trying to say?
Consider who your enemies are and what you fight against. Twice would build a world that fits you. That said,
he raises his hand and punctures it through the wall of force, shattering it effortlessly.
my warning stands. I am more than the servants you've met before, and when you arrive at the next war, know that I will be hunting you without rest.
Miss Fannin!
Same for you.
He turns.
Come then, triplets. Your fun is over.
He starts walking towards the hole in the wall where the balcony was. Doesn't seem to care that there's a giant green dragon there. You are currently plugging up the hole. He walks in your direction. He looks like he's going to walk through you and does not seem like he's going to stop. He leaps down into the mist, which Authority raises up his glaive, swings it down, and all of the mist that's in the forest seems to rapidly collect together into one spot, following the slice that he cut in the air, which then opens up into this dark portal. The three women disappear. You hear just a very content, this was a nice outing, from Venandi. And then a very snide, I'll be seeing you again, and I hope next time I get to choke you out. Sun Archer's bow disappears, and she falls down to one knee rather suddenly, seemingly very tired. It is good to see you again, Lord Hyla. I'm very sorry that we didn't get here sooner, but that troublesome man said we had to wait. Points over towards Elijah.
Well, you have to make an entrance, don't you?
Did you make
Who
your...
are you and what the hell's going on?
I agree, you have to make an entrance.
The fuck? dragon little girl thing? What? Fuck.
Isla McCracken, do you know the person who's in front of you? Motions over towards Sorsha. Do you see her on the ground, panting at your feet? Have you ever known her to be like that? Sorsha.
Julian did it. After the... She leans back against the wall. You see her spirit form fizzle briefly. You remember the big party, the big gathering of all the masters and whatnot. And you remember it being visited by Julian.
Yeah, he made quite the entrance, yeah.
That night, Peridot was warned that he was going to come. And she tried to talk him out of approaching. She only delayed him for a bit. After he was done there, a while later, after I did my job with a lot of you, he was upset that he didn't get what he wanted. That he didn't get her. And so, he found her, and he destroyed her command seals. That man over there.
Surprised me too.
Those two
Would've been
managed.
easier to kill her.
Yeah. I guess he thought removing her from the war was embarrassing enough. She's okay. She's hurt and recovering, but our contract ended.
Logan!
I'm going over there.
I was going to come and try to find you sooner, but then that man showed up and said there was a reason to wait.
Isla McCracken.
At him like the fuck.
Isla McCracken. The woman in front of you will not last much longer. And there is, unfortunately, a very important thing that she needs to do as of now. And you, from what I understand, at least from what I hope I understand, a few things have changed from my initial predictions, have reason to be in that next war, do you not? I would have preferred to have both. I would have preferred to have the full set, but
Archer stands painfully and stands between Isla and Elijah. Kindly, watch your tongue when speaking about her brother.
I will step in front of her. Just like, yeah, let's all, calm down here for a second.
Sorsha, we were already on
Yeah, I agree.
I understand picking a fight.
I
but-
appreciate
Now-
your help, but she has just suffered a loss. You will speak kindly. You will not speak of her brother as if he's a circumstance, do you understand?
He's getting to that part, right, Master?
I think you'll find that I need to be blunt in situations like this. As of right now, things have fallen short of my predictions. If this war needs to play out the way it needs to, Isla McCracken, you need a servant. And this one here, Archer, she's one of the strongest ones from that war, to my prediction.
Please.
Whether she'll be that way the same with you as a master, I don't know. But
Allow
I
me-
think that the two of you will make a difference.
Allow me to make my own case. She turns and again struggles. Moving seems to be hard for her. She bows down in front of you, like fist on the ground, one knee to the ground. I have no wish. I just want to fight under a master that won't abandon me. That's all I want. I will carry your will to the end if you would have me. And protecting your family. I could think of nothing more noble to fight for. My name is Tomoe Gozen, Japan's first general. If you would take me as a servant, I swear to be your sword. Otherwise, I don't have much time left.
Do it, make a contract with her. Do it.
Isla,
Do it.
time is of
Like
the
looking
essence
at her.
here.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
We're
So she's
already-
stronger so I can beat her up.
Okay, I get it. Oh my god, everyone shut up, okay?
Please, if nothing else, come to an answer so that they'll stop talking.
You understand how badly I need to win. You know how much Ian means to me. I would be so grateful to make a contract with you.
Thank you. Then, I swear, I will be your sword, and I will destroy all evil in the world. If you will be... You feel in the place on your chest they normally form. You feel, for the first time, 3 full marks appear on your chest.
I hate it. I hate that 2 years ago I begged for my own servant and this is what had to happen for me to get it.
Yeah. Well, I guess that means more art of Isla, because none of it has all 3 of her seals now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't tell you anything about my history before, but I know what it's like to lose a loved one and to be abandoned. I will do everything that I can. I will do everything that I can to correct the situation.
I'm gonna do everything that I can so that we win this thing.
Awesome.
Great.
Who are you?
Pleasure to meet you. I am the, let's see, which title should I use? How about you can call me the Great Sage equal to Heaven.
I'm not gonna call you that.
Call me whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you son. Yeah. I'm gonna call you son. My son! No, I'm
And
kidding.
if it puts your mind at ease, I had already asked them. They don't have the ability to win the war.
What? No, I totally do.
However, I do have the ability to help those who I want to win the war.
Yes.
Why do you want me to win the war?
I don't want you to win the war. I want Sorsha to win the war.
My
Sorsha
wish.
wants me to win the war.
I will help you win so that you may make your wish. But in return for helping me, I have already sworn I will be wishing for something for him. However, based on the circumstances, you do not need my wish, do you?
No, got one wish.
If you don't mind, what would that be?
Looks at Diane.
You thought about it enough?
Is it to fight her? You looked at her.
No.
It's like Pokemon battle. We gotta fight now.
Just perplexed
I hate
by
that I
this.
love her so much. But to destroy Akuma so that I can have my brother back.
You'll have to tell me what happened to him. Apparently, I've been inconsiderate.
Oh, he's the moon now.
That's rough, buddy.
First one! Yeah!
The first canon usage.
The first time that Isla gets to be alone. She's gonna take out the sending stone, and she's gonna try to talk to you, knowing that it won't work, but she's still gonna try.
Specifically to hurt Izzy.
I'll try to use the sending stone.
Not okay. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't manage to do anything. You do activate it. The attempt at communication seems to go somewhere, but you don't get any sense that it properly connects.
She's just like, come on, please talk to me, you nerd.
Nothing.
Yeah, I get nothing.
I'm afraid. See you next time on Sandcastle Phantasm.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching.